Bully came out a little over a week ago by Ye, formerly known as Kanye West, and I feel like I finally have enough time with the album to give my proper thoughts on it. I do want to state my biases. One, I did not listen to this album with virgin ears. I have been keeping up with the leaks. I have been keeping up with the snippets. So a lot of this album I did know of prior to it being released. Some of my thoughts on some of these songs are going to be different because I've heard other versions. I heard the versions that I'm used to, and then the album version comes out and it's different, and there might be a version I prefer more than another. I think some people call it snippet syndrome. I might have that, and I just want to get that out of the way so that way I make my biases known. Also, Kanye is my favorite artist. My 3 favorite artists: Kanye West, Radiohead, and Lady Gaga. So of course I am probably going to be more positive than others or more harsh than others on Kanye because he is my favorite artist. And from Kanye's discography, Yeezus, 808s and Heartbreaks, and Vultures 1, those are my favorite albums, and I am a Vultures 1 defender till the day I die. The week leading into Bully's release on Saturday was a roller coaster. There was a lot of highs and lows. It was mostly lows until the end, where there was the highs of the album released. Over on Good Ass Sub, shout out, someone supposedly had the Bully cassette, and they wouldn't play any songs, and then it turned out to be fake. I don't know, by the time I saw the post, the guy deleted his account, so I didn't really dig that much into it. The bigger one was stores were getting sent vinyls, and on those vinyls was the old Bully track list, and it was the same songs that we've known about that all have AI, all listed on the track list. So we thought this album was done for. It's like, great, this is going to be all the unfinished tracks from Bully from the past 2 years. It's going to be AI. It's going to sound unfinished. Kanye's washed. It's over. Then on Thursday, I believe, Kanye posted on Twitter, on Instagram, the track list for Bully, and it's completely different, along with the caption, no AI. I first saw this on Reddit, so I thought people were messing around. So when I go to his X account, I see it, and I'm like, wow, this is actually real. Like, this is gonna sound completely different than what we're used to, because he said no AI, and I believe on almost all the other Bully tracks, they all used AI. And a lot of the songs that were added, I think about half of them, I have never seen or heard of before. People speculated that King was gonna be Jared. It wasn't. Jared is a track from Cuck or In a Perfect World, and honestly I really want to see that track reworked. If you never listened to it, go and listen to it. I'm not endorsing the lyrics, but the beat is so like disturbing almost. It's like, it sounds like a Thank God for Drugs or Yeezus 2 track. I really hope he repurposes it. Bully doesn't come out at 11 p.m. CST on Thursday night. We do get a listening party. He played through the track list twice. It was missing some songs, but it was like, whoa, like this was shocking. Like, these are songs I've never heard before. And then he's changing the beat in real time. He's changing the mixes in real time. So he played through the tracks twice, and they had different mixing and beats both the times that he played them. Friday comes and goes. We get no album, and then he drops it Saturday morning at like 3 a.m. I only find out because he posted the Father music video on YouTube. As I'm scrolling through it, I see it, I'm like, what? And then I go, Bully out now, and then I listen to the album. So now here are my thoughts on Bully itself. King is a very strong start to the album, and Kanye has never had the problem of starting strong. Vultures 1 started strong. Vultures 2 started strong. I don't remember what started Donda 2. That was a complete mess. But King was a very strong start, and it's something that the rest of the songs couldn't hold. It sounded like a very Yeezus inspired track. The first 4 tracks or 3 tracks really sound very Yeezus inspired. You just have this industrial beat in the background, Kanye rapping about his ego. It's like, man, we really are back. Like, this is Kanye. And King is a song that actually feels complete, something that cannot be said for like 60% of this album. King feels like there's a beginning, middle, and end, and it feels like something that will be on my playlist. Do I wish King was Jared? Yes, but I'm also not mad about it because King is still a great song, except now Kanye has 2 songs named King. I guess he just forgot about the Vultures 1 outro, and I also like that song too. So then we get into the next song, This a Must. It's a reworked version of Unlock, and this is where the problem with the album really starts to show itself. The song feels like a middle of a song, right? There's no beginning, there's no ending, it's just the middle of the song. It's like you go to a restaurant for a cheeseburger and you're only given the meat patty. Like, okay, that's great, I like the meat patty, but I came here for the whole burger. I came here for the bun, the cheese, the lettuce, the mayo. I didn't come here for just meat. And I feel like that's what This a Must is. I like the song, but there's not enough of the song for me to actually like add it on a playlist because it's just how short it is, where it just feels like a demo. It doesn't feel like a full track, which is a shame because there is a lot of potential here. If it even kept Unlock's intro, which was the distorted drums with like the guy in the background saying rather not, and just kept that in there for like 20 seconds and then lead into the song and then have some kind of outro, the song would have been great, but that's not there. And it just feels like it's missing something. Father featuring Travis Scott feels like another incomplete song. How is Father incomplete? Travis and Kanye are both on it. The sample is almost half the song, which I feel like is just kind of ridiculous when the song song isn't even that long to begin with. Kanye only has his one set of lines, Travis has his set of lines, and then it's over. It should have been Kanye, Travis, and then Kanye again, and then maybe Kanye and Travis going back to back, or just someone else having another verse. There just isn't enough there, and it feels like the song just abruptly ends. I don't feel like Kanye or Travis's verses are that weak like some other people think. I feel like they're fine verses, right? The song gets you pretty hyped up. I mean, the minute of it where Kanye and Travis are talking, but there's still just not enough of it. Like, if this song was another verse longer with a whole outro, this could have been a really great song, but as it is right now, it still just feels incomplete. It feels rushed. And with how long the sample is, I really don't see this having that much replayability for me. I don't think this is a song that's going to stay on my playlist forever, because like I'm not going to listen to a minute intro every time I want to listen to the song, right? I want to listen to the song itself, especially when you're listening to all that intro just for them to have 2 verses and the song ends. I know that might sound hypocritical because I just said the other songs sound short, but there's like a formula to songs, like there's a formula to movies, right? The beginning, middle, and end. Sometimes the middle isn't good enough, sometimes the beginning isn't good enough, sometimes the ending isn't good enough. It's like investing all your money into a quarterback and just expecting to win. It's like, how are we still losing games? We have the best quarterback in the league. Yeah, but your O-line is non-existent. You spent all your money on your QB where you couldn't really put any money in your O-line, so now your quarterback's just getting sacked. He can't make any plays because of how much pressure is constantly on him, right? There's layers to all this stuff. It's not just a simple, oh, everything, this is the problem for every song on here. No, it's a case-by-case basis. All the Love is going to be the biggest track of this album. It has a lot of replayability for a lot of people. I could see why. I see why people like it so much. I feel like it's an okay song. I don't really have that much problems with it. It feels like a Daft Punk song, kind of, where it's like just repeating the same verse over and over and over again. Again, I don't mind it. It feels like a complete song, and it is very listenable, and it is probably one of the most replayable tracks on here. And it probably has the best production on the album for any of the songs, which is kind of ironic considering what this track has gone through. It survived Dave Blunt's, it survived Sneeko, it survived Cuck, it survived In a Perfect World, it survived 2 really bad names before it got changed to All the Love, and it's where it is today. I still do wish there was a line in here or another verse in here just to switch it up a little bit. I kind of like the Dave Blunt's reference track, but you know, it is what it is, and at the end of the day, people are either going to love this song or just not care for it. But you could tell by just listening to it that Kanye put a lot of love into this song, that he had a lot of passion for it, and I think it's because of the era that it was made in. Most of the Bully was made at the end of 2024, and in all of 2025, most of 2025, he was just working on Cuck and In a Perfect World. And if you listen to the production on those tracks, the production is pretty good on a few of those tracks. Cosby, Virgil, All the Love, which was called Gas Chambers at the time, and Jared. Lyrics, of course, are not that great. It's a lot of AI over Dave Blunt's voice, but the production is still really great, and these songs do have a ton of potential. Hopefully they're reworked into something that is actually not about the original subject matter the songs were created for. Punch Drunk, next song up, it was really great. I loved it a lot. I love the beat. I love Kanye's verse. Very college dropout, late registration, Kanye West, but the song just ends. There's not enough of the song there to appreciate. It's like he has one really great verse and then the outro, and that's it. It's just too incomplete, and when you compare it to anything in that era, it just does not compare. It just doesn't, it cannot hold its own when being compared. Same thing goes for Whatever Works. It's a great song, it has great lyrics, but it just ends too soon and just does not feel complete. And I feel like these songs were made with the intention of being nostalgic and not putting much thought or care into actually completing this song, because you could tell what songs Kanye likes and what songs he just really doesn't really care about. And I feel like these are songs that he just kind of really doesn't care about that much. Mama's Favorite probably has my favorite intro of any of the songs on the album. Kanye has a pretty decent verse, and then his mom, Donda West, is on the second half of the song, just explaining to Kanye how it's okay for him to have an ego because of how great he is. Like, he's really good at producing music, so like, you deserve to have an ego. And that's what the song's basically about, is why he has an ego in the first place and how he kind of developed it. I feel like it's a solid track, pretty emotional track, and I feel like it's pretty great. It feels complete for what it's supposed to be. Sisters and Brothers was a track that I can't get into it because of the annoying buzzing noise that's in there throughout the whole song. Otherwise, the song is pretty decent. It does feel like a complete song, and he mentions Fortnite, which is pretty cool. I forgot, Travis Scott mentions Boom Beach in Father, so that's also pretty cool. Sisters and Brothers in itself feels like a pretty solid song. The buzzing is just so annoying, though, that I just can't go back and re-listen to it. Bully is a track that is growing on me with more and more time. CeeLo's verse is pretty great. Like, I like CeeLo on this song. I like what he adds to it. He doesn't really have a verse. He's more so just on the chorus. I love the beat of this song. I love guitars on rap songs. It's just my favorite thing ever. I'm a sucker for guitars. and I just love the deep bass guitar on here, and that's like just throughout the song. It feels great. I love the sound of it. The verses itself from Kanye are decent. I kind of miss the serotonin part, but that might just be snippet syndrome. I might have snippet syndrome from this song, because overall the song is pretty great. I do enjoy it, and it feels like a complete song. It is shorter, but it does feel complete. It does give off those Western vibes a little bit. I'm still uncertain on how I feel about this version of Highs and Lows. Obviously Pame's sample was never cleared, so he has to do a different version of it, and I feel like Pame just added so much to the song where if you couldn't get her sample, the song should have just been scrapped. It still feels kind of incomplete. It feels like something's missing from it. And one small nitpick that really bothers me more than it should is one of the lyrics used to be, "Somebody I love finally loves me back," and he changed it to, "I say I love you and you love me back." I guess with the theme of this song, he kind of did change it around. Instead of talking about like a specific girl, he's more so talking about his fans and how much he put his fans through, and that's why he changed that lyric, so it's like acknowledging the fan base and how much he put them through, saying that he loves his fans too. I still like the other version better because it's just more relatable, where you put all this effort in with people and they just drop you, they ghost you. You put all this effort into trying to get somebody to love you, and then when it finally works, it's just so satisfying. And that's what I feel like the original version of Highs and Lows kind of was. I Can't Wait is probably my favorite track on the whole track list. This is one of the songs that I feel like is better than the snippets, than the leaks. Although I kind of miss the deeper voice on the chorus, but Kanye adding a meaningful verse on here actually adds a lot to the song. But this song just feels so like poorly mixed, because you could tell the difference of when Kanye's singing the hook versus when he's saying his lines. Like, it's like he's using a completely different microphone, and it's kind of distracting a little bit when you notice it. Supposedly Lauryn Hill is working on the hook, or she's going to be a part of this song. I don't know if it's going to be coming in an update where she's going to be on it, or if it's going to be on a deluxe version of Bully where she's going to have a verse or singing the chorus or something like that. And I feel like that's going to elevate the song even more. White Lines is a decent song. It just samples Stevie Wonder and Close to You. I feel like most of the song is just Stevie Wonder's sample. It's really nothing special. I don't care for it that much, honestly. And that's kind of how I always felt about White Lines. It still feels kind of incomplete, like it's just missing something. I don't know what it is, but I don't care for White Lines. Circles is the worst track on this album. Very incomplete. It's just a demo. It was just a demo when we first heard it a year and a half ago, and it's still the same exact song that it has been, just with a very funky drum beat. And Don Toliver was on the song, and then he got removed, and now it's just Kanye on there. The Circles is very quiet, the beat is annoying, and it is just very poorly mixed. This song needs a complete rework or just removed. It's not good and provides nothing. It's a shame because the original sample has a lot of potential. The original leak of this song had a lot of potential, and all they did was add a very bad drum on it. Preacher Man is a song that I never really cared about. Kanye has a decent verse on it. It feels like a complete song. It's been out for a while now, and my opinions really have not changed on it since it got released. It's a okay song. It's not something I'm going to bump. It's not something I'm going to add to the playlist, but it is listenable. Same thing goes for Beauty and the Beast. I feel like it's an okay song. It feels complete. It still feels like there's AI in these songs, and I feel like overall they're just decent. They're nothing special, and just don't really add anything of value. Damn is also a song that was released quite a bit ago. I feel like it's decent. I definitely vibe with it more than Preacher Man and Beauty with the Beast, or Beauty and the Beast. Overall, it's decent. I don't mind it that much. It's listenable. It feels kind of complete, and it is a song that could be added in and off the playlist. Like, it's something that could be added to a playlist, especially when you're in your feels, and it is kind of relatable, giving it all you have for it just not to be enough, but at least he provided something of value. Last Breath was a track that was butchered heavily. It's not Peso's fault on here. Peso Pluma is fine on here. I don't know why people are saying Peso sold on Last Breath. It is that horrible beat that is on there. It's like this weird maraca beat. It just sounds so bad and poorly integrated on the track. Like, it does not belong there. The old Last Breath that he had on here, that the single version, is a lot better and it's a lot more listenable. And I do kind of prefer the deeper voice that he had on the hook over Peso's voice, but Peso's voice doesn't bother me. Like, the song is still listenable and it still is a decent version, but with how bad the beat is now, the song is just not good. It needs a completely different beat on the back. It needs to be reworked. The song definitely has potential. It has potential to be really big too, but I feel like he already kind of sold on that by just having the release version be so weak. And I'm pretty sure Kanye singing in Spanish is AI. I don't speak Spanish, so I don't really know what they're saying. I kind of vibe with the song though. I just wish the beat was better. Like, you're picking up this Latino for the first time. What are you going to be playing in your car? You're going to be playing Last Breath. That's going to really, like, knock her panties off right there. It shows that you're culturally engaged with Peso Pluma and Mexican music. She will be very impressed with you. One song I'm not impressed with, the last song on this track, this one here. This is one of the oldest songs on here. It used to be Showtime from the war era with James Blake. James Blake was originally credited on this song. He wanted to be credited off of it because of what the song eventually just turned into. He didn't see his vision through with the song, so he didn't want to be credited on there. I feel like that's kind of baloney. He just didn't want to be credited under Kanye West with all of his controversies. I feel like it's more so the reason why he didn't want to be on there. But the song is overall okay. Supposedly it's all AI. I don't know how much of that is true. I know a lot of people like to say things that are AI when they just don't like it. It feels like the song is just missing something. The old version of this one here, I liked a lot, but I don't know. There's just something very weird about this song that I just cannot put my finger on. And it kind of bothers me because it's like, I'm listening to it, I'm like, I should be liking this song. This is a song that I would like, but I just don't like it. And I don't know why, but I still think it's a decently strong close for the album. Summarizing my thoughts on Bully, it starts very strong, starts to fall off a little bit, picks up, and then kind of just falls flat towards the end. It feels like a demo tape where there's ideas that are explored but never fully flourished. These songs do have a lot of potential, but they just lack either an intro, another verse, an ending, a proper transition. A lot of the songs feel like they abruptly end and abruptly start. And before any other major update, before deluxe version drop, as it is right now, I think I'm going to have to score Bully a 6.5 out of 10. It is above average. It is still pretty decent. It is a very listenable album. Just the replayability for me is not all there. The songs sound too incomplete. Too many songs sound too incomplete. There are some completed songs on there. Some songs sound good. Some will be added to the playlist. But overall, as it stands right now, pre-update, Bully gets a 6.5 out of 10. And it is definitely a good step in the right direction for Kanye's approach to music. With all that being said, I'm going to leave you with Jared.